All right. PROBY'S Tax is going live. Good afternoon, everybody out there. It's 1 o'clock Thursday afternoon. Good afternoon, I took. So, I want to welcome you guys back here at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. Live broadcast. Giving you guys some very important tips that we can all use, right? So I want you guys to click like and share, get all your friends in here on this live so we can, they can really make some use of this information, because I think right now everybody can use any great tips that they can get and find out what applies to their situation, what works for them. And, at this point, I think we can all use that. So today, I'm going to be talking about 3 ways that you guys can turn your side hustle into your main hustle, right? 3 ways that you can turn your side hustle into your main hustle. I know that a lot of us got side hustles. Most people did it when they had, jobs that they needed to get some extra money. You may need to pay for a new car. You may need to do something extra, maybe that vacation that you've been wanting to have. So, so we always had a side hustle, We always had a side hustle. It says like 45% of Americans had a side hustle. Everybody did something on the side to get the extra money. And so, so because of COVID and because of all of the economic hardship and downturn and because a lot of businesses are, jobs are no longer available as it used to be before because of everything that's going on. We want to figure out how we can maintain, how we can continue to earn money, and how we can really maintain ourselves financially, right? So today I wanted to give you guys some ways that you could do that with some of the things that you have been doing all along, right? All along, you've always had a side hustle. So we want to talk about how you can actually turn that into a real business, how you can make more money. And eventually you can be so successful at this stuff, you're going to wonder why you didn't start this in the first place, right? You're going to say to yourself, why didn't I do this a long time ago, right? So, all right. So today our topic is 3 ways that you can turn your side hustle into your main hustle. And so since you probably is no longer employed or maybe was just doing this part-time, now I want you to be able to turn this into a full-time business. And I want you to be able to be very successful at it. And, and then it becomes your main business, right? All right, so let's start with number 1. Number 1 is you have to invest in yourself, okay? So what it is that, in order to scale your side hustle, you may have been doing this all along. You may have been a photographer. You may have been a freelance writer. You may have been, into the hair business. You may have been doing all this stuff, but it was on the side. It was something you was doing extra. So we want to make sure that now that you were doing this, you bring this into your main hustle. And so you have to invest in yourself, right? Figure out what it is that you need to know more about what it is that you are doing. You may need to invest more. One thing you may have to do is invest more time, of course. And you should have more time now. So you want to invest more time. So you want to be able to spend your most of your time in arranging what it is that you were doing before. Take a look at it. Make sure you're passionate about it. Make sure this is something that you really want to do. There's nothing wrong with changing up a little bit. There's nothing wrong with making some adjustment to what you were doing before. And that is quite all right, as long as you're passionate about it, as long as this is something that you really want to do. So you want to make sure that you invest time in yourself to evaluate where you are, okay? Then you want to make sure that you are you're qualified. Let's say you might need to take some extra classes. You might need to just, go online and look up some YouTube how-tos and stuff like that. So invest in yourself to make sure that you are prepared. Make sure that you are qualified. Make sure you have equipped yourself with some tools that you're going to need to now turn this business into your main hustle, okay? So it's okay if you know someone that's already in your business. If you know someone that's already in your business, okay to try to get with them. Maybe they can mentor you. Maybe they can give you some great ideas to help you along the way. You know, you can learn from them. So there's a lot of different things that you could do in the meantime just to equip yourself, okay? Invest in yourself, invest in time so you can equip yourself properly so you can now take on this side hustle and make it your full-time hustle, okay? Turn it into a business. All right, so that's number one, invest in yourself. Equip yourself with what it is that you need. If it's more education, more how-to, if you need a mentor, all this stuff, go ahead and take care of that so that you are now ready. You are now ready to take this business that was your side hustle into your main business, right? Okay, so let's do number two, right? So number two, what you need to do now is for number two, you want to make sure that you stop treating this business as a side hustle, right? You want to turn it into a business. You want to turn it into a business now. So in order to turn it into a business, you may want to restructure the way you're doing things. Now, you may want to say, okay, let me go and register this business. Let me find a nice name. Let me go register it. Let me get everything licensed. In some cases, you may want to even form a corporation. Some people, when they form a corporation, they figure, oh my God, I have made a commitment. I've made a commitment now to turn my side hustle into a real business. I've made a commitment, so now I really got to go full force into this thing. So depending on what it is that you're doing, guys, you may want to turn it into a corporation. You may want to form an LLC. You want to restructure this whole thing, and or it's okay to operate as a self-employed and just get it registered. Once you get it registered and get it licensed, now you have told yourself, I'm ready to do business, right? I am ready to do business, right? So stop treating it as a hobby, because that's what we were doing all along. This was something that we were doing. We were just doing it on the side. We just needed extra money. Now we need to turn this into a real business, okay? So guys, for those people who on today, what we're doing is we're talking about 3 ways that you can turn your side hustle into your main hustle, and you can create a business structure now that can really make you financially successful, right? That's what we're talking about today. Okay, so all right, so now let's move on into way number 3. And you know, before we get into number 3, guys, I wanted to remind you that there are a lot of businesses right now that are started off as side hustle, right? And so this is not unusual. There's a lot of businesses that started as a side hustle for a lot of people, and they became very successful at turning it into a real business, okay? And I know one thing that you guys, I know everybody's familiar with Craigslist. That's one of the things I just wanted to mention, because that's a very common thing for everybody, and that was a side hustle. When he started the business, it was a side hustle. 4 years later, it became a main business, and it became his main business. So there's a lot of examples that we can come up with all day long. So it is not hard to do. It's not impossible. You got to apply yourself. Okay. So guys, for those of you who just jumped on, I am Elaine Proby, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, and here in Los Angeles, and we are here today discussing how you can turn your side hustle into your main hustle. Okay, so let me move on to number 3. All right, so number 3, what you want to do is build your credibility. Number 3, build your credibility. Now, for you to be successful, especially if it's a service business, right? If it's a service business, you have to build up credibility. People have to believe in you. They're more interested in you at first. Initially, if you're a service business, you are the person they're interested in. So you have got to build up credibility. People have to know, they have to like, they have to trust you, and then they will now be interested in what it is that you got to offer, okay? So you have to build your credibility up. You got to provide the services you said you're going to provide. Okay, you got to satisfy your customers, your clientele. You have to find out exactly what their needs are. You have to satisfy them. And so once you build up credibility with a few customers, then it will just move on. They will spread the word. You will get more business, and that will bring you into a state where the business starts growing. You can scale and make a lot more money. Okay, so you have to build your credibility in any business, or you won't get, people won't come to you. It's not right. Okay, so You want to build your credibility by creating great customer service. You want to provide a product, especially if it's a product-based business. You want to provide a product that is satisfactory. You want to please the customer. If there's something wrong with your product, something wrong with what it is that you're providing to them, you want to make sure that you can correct it. You want to make sure that you can guarantee what you're selling. You can guarantee what it is that you're providing them, and you want to be able to solve their problem. You want to be able to fulfill their needs. This is how you're going to build credibility in your business. And guys, let me tell you, your business will grow tremendously if you garner great credibility in your business, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's a service-based business or whether it's a product-based business. Okay, so that's one thing that you must do. So what we're talking about today is the 3 ways that you can turn your side hustle into your main hustle, guys. And right now, I just wanted to go back and recap those 3 ways so that you can make note of this stuff, and then you can go back and make sure that you follow through with this stuff, because I know all of you guys have a side hustle right now. All of you guys have a side hustle. Okay. So number 1 way is investing in yourself. Invest in yourself. So anything that you need to equip yourself with more knowledge, go ahead and do that. Number 2 is stop treating your side hustle as a hobby. Stop treating it as a hobby. And number 3, build your credibility. Build your own credibility. Okay? So those are the 3 ways that you can turn your side hustle into your main hustle, and that becomes a great business for you, and you can be very successful at it. Okay? All right, so if you guys have any questions about any of this or anything that you need to know regarding how you can turn your business into something more successful, or how you want to restructure your business, you guys, make sure that you call us at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting here in LA. The number is 323-290-9034, or go to our website at PROBY'Stax.com. Okay, so I wanted to let you guys know too, by the way, here's a quick story. I literally turned my side hustle into this business. Actually, the more I was thinking when I was researching this topic, I thought about it. I said, well, you are the example. I was doing taxes part-time. Doing taxes, it was during tax season, and I started doing that back in the 80s, and I was only doing it during tax season, right? And when the economy crashed and everything went bad in 1991, back then I think I said something about this earlier, I had to turn that into a full-time hustle. I had to turn my side hustle of doing taxes, only doing tax season, into a full-time hustle, open an office, and then all that. So, prime example, okay? I turned my side hustle of taxes doing tax season into a full-time hustle, and now we have an office here today 35 years later, guys. So it works, okay? So with that said, I am going to leave it up to you guys to ask questions if you like about this topic right now, and put them on the screen. I'll go through here and respond to those, and or I will come back and do them later. If I don't get them now, I'll come back and do them later, okay? So that's it. This is Elaine Proby, again, CEO of PROBY'S Tax and Accounting here in Los Angeles, California. And what I've done over the last few years, or 35 years, I should say, is just to help a lot of small businesses grow into multi-million-dollar business. And what we're doing here today is having a series of how to stay in business, of course, and for those of you who are not in business, how you can get in business, create your own business, and be successful. So we have made a lot of business that were small, just like yourself, turned them into multi-million-dollar businesses, okay? We've helped them do that, and we want to be able to help you do the same thing, okay? So give us a call. Hi, Jay. Thanks for jumping on. How you, Jenya? How are you doing today? Thanks for jumping on, guys. All right, so with that said, I'm going to sign off, you guys. Make sure that you come back here next week. We'll be here every week on Thursday afternoon at 1 p.m. to just bring you some more tips and some more ideas of how you guys can stay in business and how you can be very successful at what you're doing, okay? So with that said, I will talk to you guys next week. You guys stay safe. I want you to stay positive, stay strong, stay up, and you know, keep moving forward. There's so many different businesses that you can do. If you have any question about what it is that you should be doing or how you can turn your business in your side hustle into your main business, give us a call. Okay, PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, 323-290-9034. All right, so guys, later. Be back here next week. Bye bye.